HITC Sport. Alright, pretty simple one here. Let's take a look at every Premier League club and find the weirdest, the strangest transfer that they've been linked with this summer. Ones that just don't make an iota of sense. Right, let's go. Arsenal and RAMSDALE. I'm sorry, but if this transfer actually materializes, then Arsenal Football Club might as well just close down and reopen as a travelling circus. They've just been told by Sheffield United to raise their offer for goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale to £32 million. He would be the most expensive British goalkeeper of all time. There's a fella who's been relegated twice in a row. There's a man who has picked the ball out of a Premier League net nearly 130 times in just 2 seasons. The man probably has a permanent backache. Anyway, apparently Arsenal are having doubts over Bernd Leno. Oh, that's great. Finding that out 1 year after selling Emiliano Martinez to Aston Villa. Apparently he wasn't good enough to play behind David Luiz, right? Well, he's just won the Copa America with Messi. Martinez is a top-tier goalkeeper who would eat the chocolate wrists of Ramsdale for lunch and a sandwich. The man is flexible, unbeatable shot stopper. Ramsdale, by contrast, probably gets a headache trying to stretch for a penalty. Good Christ, he's about as limber as my nan. He would probably fail a yoga class full of middle-aged women paying that sort of money from Ramsdale. A man who's conceded more goals in 2 years than I've had showers in my entire life. After chucking Martinez away like a dried piece of tinfoil, then it would be official. Arsenal would have officially broken their brain. Aston Villa, Leon Bailey. Yeah, apparently Aston Villa are eyeing up a £30 million swoop for Leon Bailey. Just a month after paying Norwich £40 million for Emi Buendia. As the kids on the street would say, Villa, I'm moving mad. Honestly, where did they get all this cash from? It seems only 5 minutes ago, the fans were practically preparing for the club's death while lobbing cabbages at the manager's head. Now they want to sign Bailey, a 23-year-old winger once linked with Man City. To be honest, the British hype surrounding this guy kind of died a death ever since he declared for Jamaica in 2019. But lads, before that, journalists were almost convinced Gareth Southgate was going to stick him in the 2018 World Cup England squad. Some in-the-know Bundesliga correspondent hipsters were practically tugging at their armpit hair to let everyone they've ever laid eyes on know that he should be in the squad. To be fair, they also said the same thing with Ryan Sessegnon at the time, who's now got the 10-year career prospect of Jarrod. Listen, Bailey just netted 15 goals and registered 11 assists in 40 games last season for Bayer Leverkusen. Really stepping up in Kai Havertz's absence. So make no mistake about it, this would be the most exciting Villa signing since Darren Bent. Brighton, Brennan Johnson. As a newly promoted club, Brentford need to sign proven top-flight experience, right? So why are they sniffing around a 20-year-old winger Brennan Johnson, who's only ever played 4 championship games for Nottingham Forest, and who spent last season on loan at Lincoln City in League One? It's almost like they want to get relegated. Brighton, Nathaniel Phillips. Imagine being given a £50 million paycheck for your best defender. This is the biggest payday in Brighton's history, and the fans were probably daydreaming about using that money to invest in an ambitious, exciting centre-half marquee signing from the continent. Who knows, maybe someone from La Liga, right? Nah, instead Graham Potter wants Nathaniel Phillips. Yes, he stepped up and did well during the Anfield crisis last season, but I don't care. Just because a plumber fixes your toilet doesn't mean you're suddenly going to give him the keys to the house. If this man was 19, sure, no, he's going to turn 25 this season. He's halfway to 50 and it's just 17 Premier League games under his belt. A year ago, he was about as valuable as an inflatable couch on eBay. Most of you didn't have a clue who he was. I mean, if you walked past him in the street last summer, you'd have assumed he was just some Polish skinhead who breaks into people's houses to eat their goldfish from the bowl. A £15 million deal for a guy who's only ever kept 7 clean sheets in the top flight before. Why? Burnley, Maxwell Cornet. I'm sorry, I don't believe this for 1 minute. Burnley linked to the £13 million move for Leon left-back / winger Maxwell Cornet. Yeah, the day this happens is the day I eat a plate of dead pigeon. Sean Dyche is a man who fantasizes about one type of player, the no-nonsense British stereotype who probably eats a bucket of chicken wings on the treadmill. Step forward, Dale Stevens. Dyche is not a flash man, he probably buys his clothes from the local charity shop. So a move for Leon's exciting Maxwell Cornet would be like suddenly buying a fur coat from River Island. It's not really Dyche's style. This guy who scored against Man City in the Champions League quarter-finals. He's got 21 caps for Ivory Coast. Burnley's transfer window this summer just consists of Nathan Collins and Wayne Hennessy. 2 dull-as dishwater players about as exciting as a bowl of cottage cheese. So seeing Cornet on that list too, no, it'd be like seeing steak on a vegetarian shopping list. It wouldn't make sense. Chelsea, Eden Hazard. Yeah, apparently Real Madrid have offered Eden Hazard back to Chelsea 2 years after spending £100 million on him. How depressing is that? Yes, he still has friends at the club. Yes, the fans probably love him. But lads, it's never going to happen. The man is a broken eggshell of a footballer now, while Chelsea are the champions of Europe. The last time that happened, they brought an exciting 22-year-old world-class hazard from Lille. What business do they have now signing an over-the-hill, expensive Belgian Alexis Sanchez on monster wages and who can't even outshine his kid brother? I mean, come on. Crystal Palace, OZAN KABAK. Yeah, apparently Crystal Palace are in talks with Schalke over signing OZAN KABAK for about 10 million quid. Listen, he's not a hopeless defender, but why would Patrick Vieira want him? Are we forgetting this guy was part of an embarrassing Schalke team who finished bottom of the Bundesliga? Are we forgetting one at Liverpool? He was an underwhelming sack of potatoes who made Nathaniel PHILLIPS look top class. And he was in another relegation battle during his 6 months at Stuttgart. I know he's young, I know he's 21. Surprising considering he looks like a 40-year-old butcher, but still, at just 21, he's already played for Stuttgart in a 6-0 embarrassment against FC Augsburg, lost 5-0 against Bayern Munich, 5-0 against RB Leipzig, 4-0 against Freiburg, 8-0 against Bayern Munich, 8. And last season for Liverpool he was a walking shampoo bottle. Palace, stay away at all costs. Everton, Demarai Gray. It's mad how Demarai Gray is signing for Everton for just £1.6 million. Literal couch change. Once upon a time Bournemouth were seeing £25 million bids were rejected for this guy. But lads, Rafa Benitez is a smart man, but signing Gray, a bit like when he brought Jermaine Pennant to Anfield, clearly he has a fetish for overhyped English wingers who have the end product of a half-eaten peanut. It was the same when he signed Jacob Murphy for Newcastle. He's 25 and has 22 goals in 260 career games. That is utterly shambolic. 1 goal in the Bundesliga and suddenly Benitez thinks this guy is Everton standard? Am I missing something? This guy is Nathan Redmond. If Nathan Redmond had just fall down the stairs and cracked his spine, Everton fans are probably so underwhelmed by this. It's a bit like if they wind up on a blind date with their morbidly obese cousin. Leeds, EDUOARDO CAMAVINGA. Yeah, if rumours are to believe that both Leeds and Manchester United are going head to head for the same player, I'm just like, what? All summer long, United fans have had their face pressed up against Camavinga's bedroom window. A bit creepy to be staring at 18-year-old boys in the shower, but hey, who am I to question their transfer policy? But yeah, this is a teenage Ren midfield star who admittedly could wind up being an overhyped hamburger who winds up spending his peak years at Norwich, but so far, he's been billed as the next Pogba. So Leeds entering the market for him. I admire the ambition, but come on. It's like both Danny DeVito and Leonardo DiCaprio asking out the same woman. I mean, come on. Leicester, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So let me get this straight. Arsenal are trying to rip James Maddison out of Leicester's squad. And in return, they're trying to sign Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Lads, I know he's versatile and 2 years ago, this would have been a sensible signing. But am I the only one who thought that he looked utter burnt porridge while on loan at West Brom last season? The guy's a 23-year-old Arsenal outcast and clearly lacks confidence. Leicester have ambitions of becoming a Champions League club. This guy's entire career at Arsenal has been centered around possessing a severe allergy to qualifying for that competition. Avoid at all costs. Liverpool, Jarrod Bowen. Don't get me wrong, I rate Jarrod Bowen. Probably not as much as Alfie from Sevens, who again has probably collected a jar of Bowen's sweat while he was at Hull. Wouldn't be surprised if Alfie also spent time as a mascot, just so he could sniff the man's hair in the tunnel. But yes, Bowen, he's been a great signing for West Ham, playing on the right of a front three, but a move to Liverpool, really? Bowen is a mid-table player, he scored 8 last season for West Ham, and the Hammers will ask for Diogo Jota type money. Lads, it will take £45 million to sign Bowen. Yes, he's an energetic goal-scoring threat, but does he really deserve to become the 3rd most expensive player in Liverpool's history? No, he's the modern-day Craig Bellamy. Ridiculous. Man City, Cristiano Ronaldo. Listen, if Jack Grealish signs for Man City for 100 million beans, then expect an entire video about why football is officially dead. But I can't ignore this. The paper is linking them with a move for Cristiano Ronaldo. You don't even need me to tell you this story is a big lump of sweaty cottage pie. Whoever wrote this, do yourselves a favor. Close down your computer, chuck your journalism degree in the bin, and go get a job putting pints down the local dog and duck. Man United, Kieran Trippier. Listen, I rate Kieran Trippier. I was tipping Man United to replace Antonio Valencia with him 4 years ago, but signing him now makes no sense. 2 years ago, you spent £60 million on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. What, have you now just given up on him? Realize he's too one-dimensional and is about to be relegated to the bench? Because there's no way a first choice La Liga winning right back for Atletico Madrid is going to agree to become the new Diego Dalot, just rotting away in the Old Trafford stands. Some papers are saying that Solskjaer wants to convert AWB into a centre back and play Trippier as a wing back. Really? A back three of Harry Maguire, Rafa Varane, and a Congolese right back. Pretty sure that'll be enough to cause a world champion like Varane mouth ulcers in his head. Also, apparently Trippier is desperate for the move. But again, that just contradicts an interview he gave last year.
Kieran Trippier exclusive. Burnley's the only club that I come back to England for.
Are you sure about that? Newcastle, Mario Lemina. Apparently Newcastle are in talks with Southampton over a £4 million move for Mario Lemina. You know, the guy relegated last season while on loan at Fulham. Listen, the Gabonese midfielder is half decent, but lads, this would be the 6th central midfielder that Newcastle have signed in 3 years. They've already got the Longstaff brothers gathering dust in the attic. They already want to bring Joe Willock back on loan. So why does Steve Bruce make it an annual habit to sign a midfielder? Just play Matty Longstaff, good Christ. Southampton, Isaac Hayden. Alright, so apparently we could have a swap deal on our hands. Southampton lining up a bid for Isaac Hayden. Listen, the 26-year-old has turned his career around and he's a key player for Newcastle, but still, he's just a no-nonsense defensive midfielder, the modern-day James Perch. This isn't exactly a Southampton signing which is going to give them sweaty thighs. Tottenham Willy Bolly. Okay, what is this? Tottenham get rejected by Sevilla centre-half starter Jules Koundé, and so now Nuno Sante just wants to go and lazily bring Willy Bolly in from Wolves. Lads, this would be like when they signed Ryan Nelson. Just no. Watford, nobody. To be fair, Watford did all their business in the first 3 weeks, so now they're just sitting back with their feet up, and they're not actually linked with anyone. West Ham, Aaron Ramsey. Yeah. All summer long, Aaron Ramsey has been continuously linked with a move to West Ham. Yeah, an injury-prone, over-the-hill, big name on monster wages. It sounds very West Ham. But again, this guy who bleeds Arsenal red. He left that club to further his career to go and play with Ronaldo. You really think at the age of 30, he's going to want to return to England to get 3 years of David Moyes? He already turned him down in 2008 and 2013. Clearly, he'd rather drink straight from a boiling kettle than play under you. Wolves, Philippe Coutinho. The Wolves project is dead. I'm sorry, but it is. Your top players are jumping ship, you've lost your manager, goalkeeper, you're slipping down the table, so why are you odds-on favourites for Philippe Coutinho? Yes, I know his career is in a ditch, but good Christ. When he signed for Barcelona, Wolves were a championship club. Imagine predicting that his next move in 3 years' time would be to Wolverhampton Wanderers? You'd assume he'd be hit by a bus and was paralysed from the neck down. Anyway, that's it, fellas. Let me know in the comments section below. What do you think is the weirdest transfer rumor? Let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.